Because I don't know if I exactly remember what happened, but let's just do our best with this.
We're in the basement.
From what I remember.
I do remember.
From what I remember, we had made our way to the basement stealthily as we've seen these strange creatures kind of prowling about. The group has made their way to the basement where we're planning on either starting the generator, from what I remember, but then you found a weird, strange door that had a keypad next to it. But also in these rooms were the strange creatures where I believe Fred, you slammed the door shut on one of the creatures. Mm-hmm. And you guys have locked safe, have a moment to breathe. As we pick up with you guys in the basement, in the dark, next to a generator and a strange door that you found. And you can hear scratching coming from the door.
The strange door or the other door?
Not the strange door, the one that was just closed in on one of these creatures.
Do we have a gun?
You do have a shotgun.
I thought we had a shotgun. So,
with a certain amount of bullets. Obviously not an unlimited amount of bullets, but I cannot remember exactly how many.
I think it was 40.
where's my cheat code?
Up, down, left, right, A, B. Start.
Didn't Alan have the gun?
I think Alan does have a gun.
Alan did have the gun.
So, I'm holding the door.
Okay.
Like, get the generator started.
Okay.
Alan, give me the damn shotgun.
Okay, Fred.
Alan runs over and goes, all right, here's the shotgun. Now, at this moment, the hand busts out above your head, grabs Alan's head, and yanks him through the door, and he starts screaming. And then I believe his girlfriend Robin starts screaming behind him, like, oh no! I think it was Robin. Or it could have been Carrie.
I will peek inside the hole real quick and see if I can get an actual aim on the monster.
Sure, you go ahead. As Alan is being ripped to pieces, go ahead and see.
Alan.
Go ahead and make a fight check for me as you're trying to use this weapon.
Pluses to this?
No, there's no pluses.
All you can do is brain blast.
But you also, I forget, you guys each get 3 adversity tokens to start out.
Yeah.
Which you can add your adversity tokens to the check if you
Adversity tokens, because we're black. I purposely did not say that loud enough for the camera.
That camera picks
Okay,
up a lot.
so you add an adversity token and add just one?
You can add as many as you want.
But does it add just like 1 point?
Yeah, just adds 1 point, yeah.
Okay.
But don't forget you can brain blast.
Brain blast.
I don't remember if that's what it's
Explode.
called. Yeah, explode. That was it. It's when you crit on your die.
But I believe he has a D20.
I have a d20 in that fight,
Yeah.
but I rolled a 9. I think 1 token to get it to a 10 where I can at least shoot the creature.
Yeah.
So I will do that. I'll spend the adversity token to get it to a 10.
Get to the 10? Okay. I'm going to make it a competitive check to see if you hit, but he's going to roll at disadvantage because he's currently distracted.
Right.
Okay.
So re-roll.
No, he's rolling. The monster's rolling at disadvantage. Do I want to actually do...
See if you can fight you while he's working with an Allen wrench.
Okay, a 1 and a 3. Okay, so... yeah, you...
Where were these rolls last session?
So you pull the trigger, blam! Everyone's ears start ringing in this confined space down here as the monster, since it rolled so low, you get its head. Boom! You see a black ichor spray against the wall as it seems a good chunk of it's missing, but it still turns around and looks at you, takes a couple steps, and then collapses onto the floor.
Oh shit.
I guess with my ears ringing now, I'm gonna see if I can start the generator.
Okay.
If I recall, we either have instructions on how to, or our instructions said there were instructions down here for it.
I believe.
Because
Again, for anyone watching, it's been a while.
Because we know that there are 2 generators, one inside and one outside.
Yes, this is like the emergency generator.
Yeah.
I believe what your instructions said, there were instructions down here to get it going. So, go ahead, you can give me a brains check to attempt to do this.
Yeah, it's a D6, I'm good at this.
I'm gonna real quickly just check on
I got
Alan.
20.
Alan, he's not moving.
Oh, blat! Explode!
Explode! Lucky break!
Explode!
Oh, that's a 12.
And then a 1.
1, okay.
So
So that's 13.
Yeah.
Okay, you succeed. So what you do is you open up the panel that says start and it has the directions printed on the inside of it. It's a little faded, but you're able to make it out with, like, you're like using a flashlight and shaking as you hear your ears are ringing, and then I'm assuming like Fred, are you? No, not Fred. Stanley is attempting to try to help you out, but you can't hear what he's saying. So
That is correct.
As you start pulling levers and it starts, the generator starts like going and making a long choking noises. It starts going and the lights come on and you can see the door a little bit better. You see the keypad lights up. And then you can just see down the long hallway as you guys start hearing from the floors above you.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I figured they were coming.
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
I'm assuming you also reload your
I
shotgun.
was saying, Alan had the belt of shotgun shells. I'm gonna pull that off his dead body, and I'm gonna reload.
Yeah, you walk in there, you see Alan on the floor, eviscerated. You pull off the ammo belt, which we're going to go ahead and just say has... We're going to add these two together. Okay, a nat 20, so 24.
24 shells?
24 shells in it.
Okay, so I have 2 in the shotgun, so now I'm down to 25. Hey, that's a nice even number right now. Do you have a pencil?
There actually might be one on the
I do.
handle right there.
I do, actually.
There's not...
Gotcha.
Thank you!
Yep.
My pencils keep floating around. I don't know what happened.
Did we ever find anything that might have been the code for this door?
I remember we found a bunch of stuff in a safe.
Yeah, I know.
We found like an old picture of the place with the guy we think might be responsible for this, maybe, but...
So far, no, you have not found what you think is the code for the door. But there is this kind of... You look around down here real quick, or I'll even give you a chance to try to hotwire the key code if you want.
And what would that use to hotwire?
It would be a brains check.
Okay, we're not going to try.
Either brains or grit if you know how to kind of do that, because it'd be like a street smart kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll let you choose between the two.
I'm just afraid if we try to hotwire it and then we don't get it, it's going to screw it up.
Okay.
All these start taking a quick look.
Okay.
Regardless of what he's going to do.
Okay, yeah. There are... I will remind you, there are windows, like, above in the basement that you could crawl through if you have to.
Alright, then I'm going to try.
You gonna try to hotwire?
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
18. Do you want to spend 2 adversity tokens to make a lucky break as well? Because you could do that.
Sure.
Sure, okay, spend 2. You had a 20, go ahead and roll your d20 again and add
I
the
thought
2.
it had to be a natural.
No.
So. 3.
3, so 23. Alright, good news is the DC was 20. So 23, not 5 over, but you pull off the panel and you can make sense of it. It's going to take you maybe a minute to do it. So you're on the time crunch now, because now you hear things as the sound starts changing, as you see a couple of the creatures come down the stairs across the other side of the hallway.
Guys, we're not alone here.
Is there anything I can do? Because if I recall, it's a hallway that then opened up into the area we're currently in.
You're currently in, and there's like a whole bunch of junk in here too.
That's what it has. Is there something I can move to try and like maybe block the hallway a little bit to gain us some time? But also, I don't want to like completely enclose it. I want there to at least be enough room that he can stick a shotgun through and shoot.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of chairs, and there's like one of those, those round, half round, rolly tables like high school have. There's like several of those down there.
All right, let's start seeing what I can
throw them down. Okay, so I'll let you make a brawn check. Just hurl those down.
That's gonna be
I'm low with it, but can I help him? Trying to get all these together.
Yeah, I'd say like a low. Since you're low with it, you're gonna like try to add like a kick to it to give it some more. So go ahead, yeah, make it.
I bet I'm lower.
I have a D6.
I'm a D4.
Oh, 6.
Nice, you explode.
I did.
Hey, explode!
Explode.
In the container.
6 again.
6, 12.
4 again.
We're getting. Oh, good. Holy shit.
Okay, mine's a total of 9.
Total 9. He's at 9. Oh my god, that's 4 explosions in a row.
24.
So 24.
You know what, just to round mine up, I'll make mine 10.
10, nice.
5. So it's
Fuck.
29.
29
Let's go.
and 10, so a total of 35. You guys do blow through this. So
I'm the weakest members of the party.
We're scared as fuck.
you're scared as fuck. That adrenaline is coursing through you. You go, oh shit. You like hurl a table, just like gonna start spinning wildly. You kick it as it goes by, and it like launches it like at a weird angle and just collapses on top of the 2 creatures, pinning them to the ground. At this time, ting ting ting, ding, and the door opens to this mysterious. It opens it up, and you see an elevator.
You know what this means? Never underestimate teenagers.
Yeah.
And the elevator.
Let's go, yeah,
Let's
in the elevator.
Like, let's see. There's you and another dude down there. I forget his name. And there's the girl. But you all rush in this
we
elevator.
have all the girls with us, don't we?
We don't have all of them now. I think there was just 1 or 2 or something like that.
Your girl, Alan's girl, for sure.
Yeah.
My girl's disappeared. I don't know where my girl went.
One of them died.
I thought your girl died. No? Okay.
We never found her.
So we can't assume anything.
So probably.
He's in denial.
So you guys are going in the elevator and you see G, B1, B2, B3.
I'm sorry, wait. What?
I'm just gonna hit D1 because it's the next 4 down.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised that it goes down further.
And it keeps, and it goes. And the generator kind of hums around, but then it picks back up. And you guys go, it takes about 5 minutes before you come to a stop. And the door opens up, and you see a metallic hallway with red emergency lights on all the way down. And you see a thick layer of dust on everything.
Getting real Resident Evil vibes right now.
I was thinking Stranger Things.
Do we have anything we can jam the door open with?
Let's see. You guys did tell me that you had your gear ready upstairs. So I'm assuming you guys don't have any backpacks on. You guys have flashlights and a shotgun that I know of.
Yeah, you wouldn't think my backpack's a shotgun.
I have a first aid kit according to what I've written down.
We don't have our backpacks.
To my knowledge,
No, because we had to go find our backpacks to get what little we have on us.
I thought we found the backpacks.
We did.
No,
we
we
pulled
didn't.
stuff out of them, but I don't think we took them with
I
us.
think
did
somebody has. I think they have some of the backpacks on. I think it's the ski gear that we left up there.
the skis are still words for sure left up there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just make a luck check to see if you find anything in your backpack. We just roll D20.
Well, I have a skill.
Okay, what's the skill?
It's the color of my bike. May spend 1 AT to find a useful item in your surroundings. Not
Okay.
even in my backpack.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and spend your adversity token. Bam, spent. So you're sitting there looking around, and something weird must have gone on here because you do find a whole bunch of like broken instruments of some sort. Like he's like, oh, is that like a shovel? Why is there a shovel down here? And you're able to get it and just jam it in the doorway to keep it from closing. So it keeps doing the ding, ting, 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 ting over and over again as the yellow light pours into the red lined hallway.
Okay. I am going to start walking down the hallway very slowly.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to follow can follow me.
I mean, terrible idea to split up, I think, so I'm with you.
Okay. So everyone's together. You have one guy with a shotgun. I think somebody had a knife, maybe too. I'm not 100% sure, but you keep.
Knife. This is a knife.
Wait, I should remember the knife, but I don't remember if it was me or if it was somebody. If it was.
I know it wasn't Alan because he had the gun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say that.
Because we picked up kitchen knives.
Yeah.
Because we were in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys each have a knife at least.
Sounds
So.
good to me. That's a knife idea, thank you.
Because I had the D20 roll on that, so I know I would have at least picked up something.
Stan, you follow the group as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone just maintains the group, kind of slowly going down the hallway. And then, as you're going, some of the regular white lights come on. Boom, boom, boom. And like your sprays are going, they're still working. You guys are leaving tracks in the dust that's so thick. You're looking like a 1/4 inch of dust.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can see.
House.
And then you peer in, you see a whole bunch of offices here with glass eventually. You start making your way through the middle.
You don't look like they got, like, do they have desks in there?
Yeah, there's desks, you see paperwork that's been scattered all over the floors.
I'd like to check out some of the paperwork if I can.
Okay, so
get a semblance of what's
all right,
going
you
on.
open it up. It takes you a little bit, but you do find that the doors are like sealed wings, and you have to kind of, since there's not enough power, you have to kind of force it open. Since if you guys are willing to take the time, you don't have to roll for it. You just got kind of teamwork and get in there. Start going through the papers.
Is there a big office, something like an office inside the office?
So right now, as it takes a while, but you eventually walk down, you see offices just lining the hallway you're currently in. I can't guarantee you don't see a super big office. These are like individual offices at the moment. I can't say it would go if you keep going down, but the first office you come to and you open it up, you start looking through the papers. There's a lot of like blank stuff, and then the big thing that stands out to you is a. Were you looking at something? Or?
I was. It caught my attention. The cover on your grill
Sorry.
moved. I thought somebody was standing out there.
Oh, that'd be freaky as hell.
It was.
Yeah. It just says BioCorp in the title sections of all the information. And these seem to be personal emails at the moment that's been scattered. You see like stuff like getting really excited for the company picnic this weekend and
Any dates?
any dates? Yes, it would be 1962.
A few years.
Well,
Because we were in the 90s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This place hasn't been open for at least 20 years, maybe longer, depending on how.
We're not in the 90s. We all had cell phones.
Maybe this one was like when we graduated.
Yeah, I
so-
think that was supposed to be around like 08, 09.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we had cell phones. We had cell phones. They just don't work because we're out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, 45 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. I
Okay.
don't have brains, so
Let's see if we can find a bigger office maybe with some
Oh, yeah,
more
right.
information in it.
I have brains. Okay.
Oh, he has the highest brains.
Yeah. I got mid brains.
My brains will be the highest when I get home.
I don't go to sleep when I go home.
I didn't wish I could work well.
I wish I didn't have to work.
I'm glad I only have to work for like 4 hours tomorrow.
I can leave like probably around noon tomorrow, but still, it sucks.
Alright, we're good on this.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a bigger office with some more paperwork in it.
Yeah, you start seeing one of these offices, which you think seem to be little ones. Eventually, it does open up into what seems to be like a cafeteria commons area, and then that's large, and it's still in that weird eerie red light going through it, and you see a gigantic glass section that's about 20 feet higher, and you can see just glass paneling on the walls as it opens up, and it seems to be about
Almost like a supervisor level.
kind of that's what you
Yeah.
think, that maybe somebody that you look at it, you think somebody important is up there.
Yeah.
And it's about, so you think like it's about 40 feet high, this particular room, and about halfway up it's just when the glass paneling starts.
No doors, there's the access from here.
Not from here, but you do see another hallway, two hallways that actually split up, going onto the left and right side on the far walls going down.
As I look through the walls and stuff like that, do I see anything that looks like a map? Or like maybe like a emergency fire exit, here's where you are, here's where you should go.
Oh, okay, yeah, since this is the commons area, you're looking around, you do find eventually, it's a little harder to see because it's the red thing, it's the red lighting, but you do come across a little, a map, like a map that's been kind of like painted onto the wall. It has, and you notice it does have the four levels. It has the cabin level, has the first basement level, which you look at and see has entrance. It says front offices, commons area, back offices, supervisor, and very far back, like past the hallways, it has experiment area 1.
Okay.
And then the basement levels just say basement 1, basement 2, does not have the map information on those.
So it's just for the.
For this floor, it seems like.
Experiment area.
As we've been walking, we haven't seen any tracks.
You have not seen any tracks in the dirt, no.
So we can kind of tell these creatures have not been down here.
It's not on this level.
Okay. Let's see if we can make it in the supervisor's office. Maybe we can figure out what went wrong. Basic level, do I know if it's left or right to get to the entrance to the supervisor's office?
So both the hallways go into the. After you're thinking about it for a little bit, you think you have to go through the experiment level to get to the supervisor's office.
Oh, okay.
So you could follow either hallway to get there.
Okay. Alright. And it says, weirdly enough, armory?
No.
Damn. My mind's thinking of anything that can save us. Okay.
Not Alan.
Okay.
Sorry,
So-
I know it's probably shitty to do that, but it's like, I don't want him just floating around, so.
That's fine.
Honestly, I was fully expecting it, so I was like,
So, do we want to not split? I wouldn't say like split up, but do some people want to stay here in this area? It seems a little safe and.
I'll say the girls and the one dude, I think Brandon or whatever his name is going to stay up here.
Okay.
He's kind of man the fort. They start shoving like tables to kind of semi-block off all the hallways just in case.
Okay, cool. This would be like our area of operations.
the bop.
Go look in the kitchen, see if there's some random food that may or may not still be edible.
I mean, in the '60s, they probably had a good helping of canned foods.
Didn't realize how long we're gonna be down here. Alright, let's go explore. I'm
Let's
sitting
go.
here with a double barrel shotgun.
Sorry.
Trying to pump it like a
What the
shotgun,
fuck
but
was
no
that?
pump.
No, there's no point. Let's try to. Oh, yeah, break action.
I'm 18 years old, damn it.
You're
Alright.
rich, you have servants to do this for you.
Okay, so you continue going down the hallways, and you see more of these generic offices once you get past the common area. They're actually look to be a little bit bigger, and in these ones though, now you see like rotting plants in them. Like somebody had brought like a potted plant down, but they haven't been taken care of for a while, and it started dying.
40
So-
years, yeah?
Yeah, 40 years. So there's like this smell of weird decay going on down here. and then you get to a set of opaque glass doors with another keypad next to it.
You want to try another
Outline this
keypad?
one, or do you want me to go see if I can find some key card that may have been left?
The other question is, are we worried about making noise right now?
Probably.
Okay. Never mind then.
What do you want me to do?
Well, if you're going to try to hack into it again, it's a brains roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to. I mean, we can go see if we can find our key card in his
Key
offices.
code or
Can I
code.
hack into it without tearing it up?
Yes, you can with these ones. Six. This one seems to be a little bit more difficult than the elevator one. You kind of open it up and it just a lot more wires and it overwhelms you at first, so you just kind of set it back on.
Okay. I will go exploring some of these offices, see if I can almost use some drawers, see if I can find something that looks like a key card of some sort.
I'll say you take this side, I'll take the other side. Okay.
Okay, so you guys split up. And you start investigating. You see if you can try to find a key card or something that's looking for you. Go ahead and just make
I'm gonna spend one adversity token to ask my GM about the surroundings to see if there's a key card in here. And the GM
okay.
must answer honestly.
Okay.
I don't use this
Okay.
often, I might as well use it for
Okay,
cheese.
sure. Oh yeah, and don't forget, since you failed that check, go ahead and take an adversity
yeah.
token.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah. So since you're spending an ability, you walk through a while, and most of these you see they're like basic offices with like either a mix of, and all they have like old typewriters on them. That you can tell that the ink has been dry on it for a significant amount of time. A couple of them look like the typewriters have fallen down to the ground. You get to one area and you're like thinking like, would it really be a key card because of how old this was in the 60s? But you do find an old magnetic lock. Like maybe this is it, and it's not an actual key card. You pick it up. It's about like the size of a wallet itself, and you think, and you see that it has security clearance level 1 on it.
Okay, I'm gonna go find Fred. I think this might work.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try it at least.
So, okay, head back
Alright.
to the door.
Red security clearance 1.
Yeah, pick it up, tunk, and then the opaque glass turns clear, and the door slides open.
All right.
Interesting.
And what do we see?
Inside, as you step through, you see a lot of, the best way I can describe it, some old-timey sciencey equipment. So tons of tubes,
Bunsen burners.
Bunsen burners, beakers. You see a whole bunch of rodent skeletons in cages. And then you'll see a weird, almost looks like some kind of fetus floating in some kind of liquid in the furthest back section of it. And you look to the right, in the middle, you see a set of stairs headed up.
So far, though, we have yet to find any dead bodies, right?
No, you have not seen any of the dead bodies.
So, something happened to either make them all run, and they all made it out, or they just left one day and never came back.
It may have gotten shut down.
Yeah, that's possible.
I mean,
We also haven't made it to the other 2 floors, and maybe there's something down there too.
maybe something happened like a leak or a biohazard or something, and they all were forced out and never to return. I mean,
Possibly.
obviously it's not a massive problem because the resort's still running, but
Right.
they apparently locked this shit out for a while.
The fetus. Does it have any labels on the tank or around the tank?
X246-1.
Okay. I'm going to pretend I wrote that down.
I need to write that down, so.
Yeah, you probably should, because I'm going to bring it up later.
Alright, let's
go up the stairs.
yeah.
Let's see if we can find anything, especially on this thing up there.
So, hey, since I know security blocks now are there, I'm gonna keep an eye out for more of them.
Okay, yeah.
If I find one that has a higher security clearance, I want to.
Security block for security Brock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so we go up the stairs and
yeah, let's see what's happening at the
supervisor
high
office.
offices.
You go up, slowly walking up and kind of making the metal clang noises. Everything seems to be made of metal down here. You come across to the door, and it's a nice mahogany door. Like a nice
Mahogany.
mahogany
Fucking area.
door. And above it says General Robert Kittrell on a name tag above the door.
Military.
Yes. And a lot of. I don't know what my character would know that. He's 18. Never mind. I'm not brainy.
Well, I guess I'll try the door.
It opens. More like it looks like it's, since it's wood, it's rotted. And it kind of crumbles in over.
Falling knees.
There's no fault. The hinges are still there, but it's dry rotted enough that you're able to just kind of force the door open.
Four doors. Go inside.
Walk inside, and it's a nicely furnished office that is also coated with dust. You see like a nice wooden desk that's starting to crumble, a nice bookcase. You see decayed photographs that kind of yellowed with age around. Probably the main thing that really throws you off is the skeleton sitting at the desk.
Oh,
Found a body.
General.
Yeah, it's wearing, yes, it is wearing a general's uniform. There's no bits of flesh or hair on it anymore.
It's a skeleton.
It's a skeleton.
Does it look like it was ripped open at one point? Like,
It
did
does
it
not.
close?
It does not look like. As you look closer, you do see that it seems to be missing a top portion of its skull, and you see a gun laying on the floor, a revolver.
I'm gonna take the revolver.
Yeah,
Is there any bullets in it?
There are currently 5
Out of 6.
out of
yes.
6 full bullets.
Does he have any extra ammo on?
I guess you do. They're all full, but one of them has been used. See, an empty caliber in there.
Any more rounds on his person?
Person? Yeah, you
Or
start.
a security clock that may have a level 3 security clearance? Or
You see a level 2 security clearance on it. Yeah, we had to get like a little fun with this, right? And then go ahead. You don't find any more ammunition on his body, but I'm assuming one of you searches the desk.
I am, and I'm looking for 2 things. One, so if I recall, I'm a foreign exchange student, and my foster family, I know in my experience that my foster dad, or whatever you can call him, either way, he keeps a bottle of liquor in his desk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for anything related to fetus.
Fetus. Okay. You looking through the desk. The things that you find that stand out to you. You do find an empty bottle of liquor.
Damn it!
Yes. It looks like it was shoved in here maybe right before the big moment. You find 3 cassette tapes.
All right.
Yeah. Labeled 1-1, 1-2, 1-3.
Fucking labeling. Oh.
And then you do find a box of revolver ammo about.
Where's my pencil? Should write this down.
You find 11 more bullets.
what's your guys' fight levels at?
8.
10. No, that's fight. Fight is 12. I want to look behind all the pictures on the wall.
I'm gonna look at all the pictures on the wall.
Behind it.
Look behind.
He's looking for a save.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As soon as he said look behind the pictures, I knew what he was looking for.
Okay. You don't find a safe.
And in all honesty, the crackpot over here would be the one to look for that. Is there a tape deck anywhere in here?
Tape deck. You don't find one in the desk, but you think maybe you would have saw one down there in the experiment area.
I'll ask Fred and Stanley to just keep an eye on me, and I'm going to go down and see if I can find a tape deck down there, and see if I can get it turned on.
Okay. So there seems to be okay, it does seem to be enough. Scared me a little bit. I'm like,
Wait, the monsters aren't supposed to be out yet.
seems to be enough power to get a tape deck going. You get it going, and you put, I'm assuming 1-1 in there.
Yep, and I'm going to need you to tell me the whole, from start to beginning. You can summarize if you go.
So like it comes in like old and staticky, and the main thing you put was like, this is General Roberts Kittrell reporting for the new government facility for the Super Soldier program. First results have been negative. None of the lab rats have, as I've been told, survived any of the injections from plant species 4223. After some crossbreeding, we're hoping to start trials with plant 4224 here soon. You put in
When he
a
says plant, is it? Do I get the? I obviously I can't see anything because it's a tape. But do I get the idea he's talking about like an actual like plant?
like an extra, yeah, some
okay.
kind of vegetable thing.
Yeah.
You put in the next tape, and like the main thing, you kind of listen through it, and the main thing that comes in through is plant 4287 has been successful in the lab results, where
We're several plants in now.
where the rats have shown more strength than average, higher intelligence capacity, but we are having a bit of an aggressiveness issue where we cannot keep them with others of their kind. They will just tear them apart violently.
Interesting.
Okay.
We're really fighting overgrown rats.
I think it might be humans. We'll find out on tape 3.
Yeah, tape 3, you go to, this is again General Robert Kittrell. Results seem to be positive with a new plant substance 4382. The rats have been showing actual submissiveness to orders in only acting towards aggressiveness when commanded. They seem to be intelligent enough to now understand human speech. We are finally going to human trials. We'll be bringing human test subjects in shortly. All prisoners of war.
Shit.
And then it cuts out there.
Okay. Well, you guys are still upstairs.
No, I would have done that with you.
I thought you brought it back to us.
No, I mean we're talking about a tape deck from the '60s. I don't think it's
Yeah, it's not
portable.
moving. Yeah, you need like 2 people to move it or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, well, yeah, then we went to listen.
Yeah, that's why I said, guys, watch my back from up here if you want. And I went down.
We
If you follow, then that's fine. So you guys heard it all. So
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like we're. Well, if that's the case, so we either at two. We're one of two scenarios. Either A, the ones that aren't able to be controlled got loose. They were somehow still alive after 40-some years. Or B, the ones that can be commanded are being commanded. That's my guess.
I don't know.
But we haven't found any new security clearance blocks yet.
Just
Yeah.
level 2.
Level 2.
Oh, you did find level 2? Okay. I mean, I guess I think you know what we're gonna have to do. Gotta go down a floor.
There's no communication center, is there?
The general didn't have a map of the building of the bunker in his office, did he?
You did not.
I didn't think he did, but would need it.
You found an intercom system,
But not an external.
but not an external.
Maybe lower levels.
We're gonna have to start going
I
down
mean, if we
those.
can get a broadcast out to see if we can get some help up here, maybe someone will survive.
Yeah, maybe.
Have we seen a base name yet? Or did they say a base name during the?
There was every time that they mentioned a name, like it bleeped it. It bleeped it.
They redacted first.
An audio log, yes.
Jesus.
They redacted an audio log.
How do you redact an audio log?
It'd have to be reel to reel. Not, it wouldn't be cassette, it would be reel to reel.
Oh, that would be what I'm imagining. Sorry,
Yeah.
real to really out.
I figured that's what you meant, but yeah.
Alright, let's take the other hallway, let's see if we can find out if there's anything else in this other hallway, and then we'll start working our way down.
Okay. Yeah.
You go down to the other hallway, and it's more offices. If you look, when you guys look thoroughly in one of these desks, you do find a half-drinking bottle of whiskey.
Ooh, what year?
What year? It's 1400.
All right. You know how much that be worth?
And then you find one more revolver bullet.
Yes.
You can't just remember one more.
If this goes past today, no.
Just leave it in the middle.
Let's see. Oh, this is mine. So yeah, I'm just no longer that rock and roll the pink one.
I don't like the big one.
Well, if anything, it's actually watermelon.
Anyone?
Sure, I might need it. In case we find another gun.
Also, just for Brock, since he got the pink one.
Okay.
It's bad.
Yes. Okay. So,
So I don't get to see it.
2 for 1, 2. Do you watch anime?
No.
You won't get it then.
okay. So you go back and you see that they've heavily fortified and they have food. They've scrounged a whole bunch of MREs.
Yeah.
Meals ready to eat.
Is there a bathroom
There is a bathroom.
attached to the cafeteria?
Yeah, there's a bathroom attached to the cafeteria.
I'm gonna see if my girlfriend has anything to smoke left.
So glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you going to the bathroom to do that? Just there's a corner right there.
Smoking in the boys' room.
Yeah, sure. She has.
Also, it's trying to be polite, okay?
You find out that no, she left her weed in her room when all this was
Damn
going
it.
on.
After we turn the camera off, I'll tell you what happened in our bathroom.
Okay.
Let's just say there was an ambulance called.
I was gonna say, what was your asshole smoke?
All right. All right. Okay. So you have this fortification. Are you leaving them here?
I think we will.
Okay.
I'll hand them the extra knife that I have just in case.
Okay. Have a knife. I'd say they've scrounged knives in the kitchen, so you don't have to do
I'll
that.
keep mine as a backup.
Um,
Tell them kind of what we found and where there may be a way of communicating to the outside world, lower levels. So you guys have got this pretty good fortified, so we're gonna go.
Do we want to leave them with a... I'm gonna whisper to you, do we want to leave them with a gun?
Do I feel like any of them can use one?
oh, make a grit check.
I think we should take it.
I think we should probably keep the guns.
Yeah.
4.
4.
It's half my grit level.
You have trouble reading if they look like they seem like they'd be interested in being able to use guns.
Okay. Alright. Maybe if we find some more, we can come back up or something. If we
Cool
find
with
an
that.
actual
Alright.
armor. But, make sure you guys just keep this area locked down. Does the kitchen look like it's, like, embedded in something to where if they needed to retreat to a spot, they could actually get in there and close the area down a lot easier?
They're probably good, yeah.
I'll tell them that, just to make sure that's a secondary.
Yeah, you see them to start getting ready by putting because there would be like the giant window. They start putting like tables in the window, so all that's left is the door that they can just run through.
Fortification just in case. Okay. And we'll be back.
So you make
the B2.
you make your way down to the elevator again. Now that you have calmed down a little bit, you see next to B2 and B3 little security clearance like scanner things where you put the B2 ding, and then the button lights up and you're able to hit it and go further down.
I'm taking my door jammer with me.
Take your door jammer with you. Have like this broken like metal shovel. You're like, I don't know why there's a metal shovel down here. You grab it.
Everything else is metal.
Yeah. It's like, why is there a shovel down here in the basement?
I didn't think they made the basement.
Goes down the B2 and opens up. And this one, it is still lit up in red, but it's even sparser than it was on the previous floor. You put in your jammer, and it is a similar setup with just a long hallway. But you see the room open up into an even bigger room ahead of you. So it's not as long of a hallway, but it opens up. You see more offices, and as you're slowly making your way through, you don't see any footprints in the dust. Open up, and you see what appears to be some kind of greenhouse. There used to be some kind of lights above, and there's a whole bunch of rotted plants just lining up.
Are there labels with numbers?
Yes, there are.
42 something,
Yeah.
43 something.
Yeah, you start with
Okay.
So this lines up with the tapes.
Yeah.
So we found the greenhouse, the growery for it.
Yeah. Is there any again maps on all the walls? We kind of get an idea of the layout of this floor.
Yeah, I'd say this one came up a little earlier. As soon as you got the elevator, you saw offices, and it said green room. Your next area is experimentation zone, followed by Dr. Flanagan's office.
Okay. Still no communications or.
Still no communications.
So all the plants in this room are dead though.
Mm-hmm.
I want to look for the one that they said was working. At least look for that spot. Is it 4382?
Yeah, 4382.
Yeah.
There is no plant there at all.
No plant there at all. Okay, so they took that one out. Somebody has.
If they weren't already using it for their experiments at that point.
You'd think they'd be growing more.
Maybe.
Maybe there's a growery in B3.
Maybe.
So, okay.
Stan, any idea?
Weird thing for me to look at. I know.
No, he's already kind of.
There's no, you said there's no tracks in the dust. Is there anything on the ceiling?
Oh, okay.
The only reason I ask is because when we were upstairs, somebody was died and like pinned to the ceiling. So in my head, they can maybe crawl on the ceiling. They seem to be.
This is, how tall is it in here?
It's about not as tall, about 30 feet tall instead of the 40 feet tall.
So I probably couldn't tell anyways.
You guys do have a flashlight. So you do start scanning with a flashlight when that thought comes to you, and that's a good thought to have because you do see like prints in the, like scaled clawed prints in the ceiling and on the walls here.
Shit. But we haven't heard anything.
You haven't heard anything.
The only sounds that we've heard have been our own.
Do
but-
these
Oh,
look
yeah.
fresh?
That one's going to require a brains check for me.
You go ahead on that one, buddy. I'm dumb.
What happens when you roll a 1?
You don't auto fail, but for 2.
Huh?
Oh yeah, you're taking a coin. Sorry, I thought for some reason my brain reversed that. Like you put one in there, like I'm getting you to 2 is not going to help out. Okay, so. They're too far away for you to make out the detail if they're fresh or not. Because it's more like you see the claws in the metal itself, not like dust being moved completely.
As dusty it is, that means there can't be a ventilation system down here. Not a good
Or
one.
at least it's not on.
Yeah. There would have to be one existing, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's not anything running
Yeah.
probably.
Oddly enough, this room does feel a little colder than the previous room above you.
You're further down too.
And further down, it should be a little warmer, or at least more stagnated.
Maybe.
You say that thought. It doesn't smell stagnant down here. It did in the previous wing, the previous floor. But it doesn't feel stagnant down here.
But it feels colder.
But it feels colder.
They escaped from here. Wherever they got up to the surface,
They escaped from
it
here.
isn't here. It's in this floor. However they got up.
We should probably be a little quiet.
We're gonna go stealthy from here on out.
Stealthy,
As
alright.
far as like as quiet goes
Okay.
as we can be. Because put two and two together, us saying that plus that thought of stagnation,
Yeah.
fresh air blowing in through here, something either opened up or they dug their way out or something happened and yeah.
So what was the distance that we traveled from 1 to 2?
1 to 2, it had been about a minute maybe. Like, it wasn't this far.
It wasn't the
I want to do one of these. I want to do one of these.
Sure. Sure. Since you're using some street smarts on that, use a grit check. Don't know if that's even a good stat for you.
It's probably better than any of the other ones you probably would have asked. 11.
11. If you, I'm not saying you have to, but you can spend a token to explode if you like.
I'll go ahead and spin a token to explode.
All right, great. 12.
15.
15. All right. You do beat it by 5, so you do, and you do feel like the air on your finger pointing towards further back is colder, quicker than the one. So you know there is a slight airflow coming from somewhere back where the experimentation area is at.
There we go.
Yep.
You said this area was offices with the grow room?
Yeah, there's offices before the grow room more
Do you wanna
often.
go
Then it
check
goes
that for-
directly to the experimentation area.
Do you want to check
As
the
you-
offices for security blocks?
Yeah, let's check the
Okay,
offices.
look at the officer security blocks. You do find a security block and it says 2.5.
Okay.
And then you also find 3 shotgun ammo and 4 revolver ammo.
All right.
Is there like, do you want something to help you with your knife situation? Like, do you want a pole or something for like a spear?
Yeah.
Because we could probably jerry-rig something like that together real quick with the stuff in the grow room.
Yeah, you're looking at this grow room, you see because it looks like some of these were like so heavy that they actually had to tie them to like sticks, so you're able to pull one out and quickly you fashion like a little spear kind of going on there.
Kind of give a little more reach and stuff.
Yeah. There isn't any. I don't know. Is there a cabinet that looks like they have like the serums in it in here, or is this strictly just the?
This is strictly just a grow room.
Just the room? Is there any place around that looks like the lab?
There's an experimentation area. After you guys are done exploring, do you continue?
Yeah,
Probably
I'm just-
I want to peek my
I'm just
head.
wondering,
at these.
experimental area is the lab, or that's where they let them loose to see what they did?
So you open it up. You use 2.5 to open it up. You look in, and you see another lab. And you see tons of different vials all labeled with the same kind of plants numbered out there. And in the back corner, you see a big old chunk out of the wall, followed by darkness.
Do we hear anything in here?
At the moment, no. Besides the hum from the emergency lights.
Can we find the vial with the number that
4382.
Yeah, 4382, you're looking around and you find...
squirrel out there?
There's a squirrel out there. Okay. Yeah, so 4382, you're like 4382, 4382. I can't find that. And you get to a section where it would be 4382, and it's gone. But you go in the back area, and you see a machine that looks like that could fit a person in it. And attached to it, you see a glass vial that is empty. And then you look and you see 4283 written on that vial.
Is there a number higher than that?
There are a few numbers higher than that. There's 43, what was it? We're on 82, right? Yeah. You find 83, 84, and 85.
The spot where 4382 should have been. Does it have less dust than the other spots? Like it was used somewhat more recently?
No.
Okay, so it looks about the same, so it's
Mm-hmm.
used. Okay.
I think we should use one, higher number.
I'm not gonna lie, I was considering it. I was like, man, one of us should just drink this in case shit goes bad.
Yeah, but does it look like it's injecting them in the machine, or
Yeah, it looks like it's injecting them in the machine.
They're not drinking it?
They're not
There's
drinking
no
it.
way the generator has enough power to run this thing, I'm guessing, either.
Not the emergency one, no.
Yeah, no.
Is there just a syringe around?
You, of all people, are the one who wants to inject yourself. I'm rather interested in that.
Seriously, there's.
Go. This one I'm going to make you roll a check for. Go ahead and make a brains check to see if you can find something.
15.
15. Sure, you find
This campaign got fucked.
you find a couple syringes lying around.
They smell like meth.
They're dusty.
I'll look at Stan and I'll be like, what are you doing?
They haven't. It looks like they haven't been sanitized in a while, but they are there.
I didn't say I was injecting me.
And then also, I say
Don't
with
check
that
out.
with that roll in that investigation, you do find a plant that is still living. That seems to be in some kind of glass container that still has the functioning light above it. And the soil looks fresh.
What number's on it?
1. 0001.
Well, we know that's a dud.
Well, hold on. You said it looks like the soil's fresh, though.
Yes.
Maybe somebody else started the experiment and now they're on number 1. Of their own.
Maybe I should also say, look, not saying that it's fresh, like somebody replaced it, or like there's some kind of system involved that is somehow
Oh, okay.
fixing and keeping it alive.
This is the originator plant.
So maybe there's something special about this plant that gave them the ability to do this, and without it they weren't able to do the experiments, maybe?
Well, I think maybe all of these are offshoots or maybe genetic mutations of these plants.
So they need this one probably to keep
Yeah.
mutating off.
Before you start smoking it.
Hey, you want to get into your bloodstream fast
There's
without
a
a syringe?
doctor's
There you
office.
go.
You said there's a doctor's office. Like
Further in the back.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
where
it's
the
like
hole is,
so.
or-
It's like again a similar thing. Kind of like it opened up. You go up further, like the doctor, and you see Doctor Flanagan on a door. You open it up, and this time, similar situation. Nice office, but this time there's a skeleton hanging above their desk. I'd say hanging like the neck, the spine, and the skull are hanging, and the rest of it's on the floor.
Kind of similar to the one upstairs in the cabin, but split in half.
Fortunate thing is I'm not going to get a gun.
What's up with all these stupid suicides?
I don't. When you say
The
hanging,
colonel-
like hanging from a noose?
Yes.
Or
Yes,
hanging?
hanging from a noose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or hanging from a noose.
The body decomposed and the body fell off while the skull still stayed up
Gotcha.
there.
Okay.
Stayed up there.
I
Stayed up in
I
the noose. So,
misunderstood.
it's okay. I wasn't descriptive enough to say, yeah, I was hanging from a noose.
We got it.
Yeah, you guys, I'm slow. Shut up.
Okay.
So,
I
well,
guess-
obviously, something happened here to where these guys felt the need that they didn't want to get caught and thrown in prison or something.
They felt horribly bad about what they did.
or
You're
somebody's
funny.
covering shit up.
How's that thinking?
I'm the conspiracy theory or whatever.
Alright, let's check the dude's desk.
Yeah.
Do this.
I'll check the body.
Okay, you find 3 more rolls labeled, what was it? 2 1, 2 2, 2 3.
Okay.
Rolls of cassette. And then there was a roll down there in the other, there was a player in the other. You check the body. You find a security clearance for level 3,
Okay.
along with a trank dart gun with 2 darts in it.
I don't want to listen to these on this floor.
Okay.
Okay. So now we'll search the walls, going off what he was doing last time, seeing if there is a safe or something that the doctor would have had, because he probably did have something like that up here.
The doctor does have a safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass the trank dart gun to you if you want it.
Yeah.
Going through the desk, we didn't find any notes for combination to the safe at all, did we?
Go ahead and use a brains check for me. One.
Patrick roll.
Nothing really stood out to you.
Anybody know how to crack a safe?
I'm gonna give it a try.
All right.
I don't have any adversity tokens to use my hidden ability to just probably find the code, but I'm out of them.
Yeah. Have you failed any checks yet, or have you succeeded on your checks?
I have succeeded on all of my checks.
Okay. Now go ahead and make a brains check for me, sir.
4.
4. You do the thing where you're trying to listen in, and it all sounds the same to you. You don't hear any pins.
I mean,
Locking into
I
play.
can try and see if I can find a code somewhere if I look.
Okay, go
Brains
ahead.
check.
Brains check.
No.
Also one.
Also a 1.
Okay.
I guess I need to reverse it.
Hey Chad, you gonna tell me about my surroundings?
Sure.
And say, is there a code somewhere?
Sure. So I won't say that there's directly a code, but the thing that stands out to you is you see a picture of a young girl. It's faded and starting to rot, and you assume that it's Dr. Flanagan's daughter. And you look on it and you see a birth date attached to it. And it would have been 2/14/56.
Let's try that.
Safe opens.
What do we got inside?
In the safe, you find 11 more trank darts.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say more revolver bullets. I was like, yeah.
No.
It was easy to remember too.
No, you have 13.
And then you see a bottle filled with a liquid labeled 4400.
That's way higher than any of the numbers we've.
Sorry, 4400. Sorry, 4400. Not 44. No, that's right.
That's right,
4400.
4400. That's still, I mean, that's significantly higher than.
Because we're what, 4283?
4382 is the one that they claimed worked, and then you found 83, 4, 5, and 6, I think.
I think just 5. I
Was
think
it 5? Okay.
yeah.
So
So we're
yeah,
15 higher.
we're 15 higher. I mean, that's a significant amount when you're talking about research in the 60s.
Is it a vial like would go into like the thing, or is it like an actual like liquor bottle full?
It's like, it is a vial that would like go into the machine that you had. But it does seem substantially bigger. Like it's longer.
Besides his notes on these cassette tapes, was there any other written notes left legible?
Written notes, there are written notes. The main one that stands out to you guys as you're going through is just a quick written, like most of it's typed, except there's a quick written thing that says, "This is a failure, we need to stop."
Did it say which is a failure?
It said, "This is a failure."
Just this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to check his emails, please.
Yeah.
Just log on to DARPANet.
Or we gonna go upstairs and listen to this?
I would like to go upstairs first. Let us check on the others, and yeah, listen to that somewhere that we, as of right now, think is safer.
Can we look into the hole?
You can't look into the hole.
Do y'all want to?
Well,
You look at the hole, and it's pitch black.
we got a flashlight.
You have a flashlight. You shine it. You shine it down, and it keeps going till where the light doesn't reach anymore.
But it's
It goes
going
down?
It's going down, and you look up. It's also going up.
That's what I was wanting to know, if it just went up or if it went down.
How big is how wide is it?
How wide?
Would
is
it be like the size of like 2 or 3 people, or is it like the size of a bus?
It's not the size of a bus.
Okay.
It is wide enough that you think a fit human being could kind of snugly fit through it.
Okay. Is it dirt, or is it metal?
It's a mix of dirt and metal. Not metal, dirt and rock.
Okay, so it's a dug in earth path.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
earth path, yeah.
I didn't think it was. I was gonna say like a ventilation shaft or something like
It's
that.
not a ventilation shaft, yeah.
So whatever made the hole dug the,
Dug its way out.
yeah.
So I took 40 plus years.
Question about the hole in the wall. Which way does the hole open? Because if it opened through a wall, it
Yeah,
either
so-
came out this way or that way.
Yeah, it looks like the metal's pointing towards you as you're facing the hole.
So they didn't come from here.
They came
Came from down there. And they burst into here.
Yeah.
And we didn't find a hole on B1 that we know of.
It may be they didn't reach B1 because maybe B1 wasn't in the direct path.
Maybe it was not deep enough. So they just
Well, I
went.
mean, maybe the base is off center, so most of the weight of the Earth is not above each level. I mean,
Maybe.
that's very plausible.
Let's go upstairs and listen to these tapes. Up
How big is
Would
the?
we be able to tell from the orientation of where we were at, going straight down to the orientation where we're at currently? If their theory is right.
That the basic, like the levels are a little offset.
Yeah, like maybe this one's further,
Yeah, I'd say the way that it is, like originally you thought maybe because you walk through a longer hallway, but the rooms you have gone through have been significantly bigger because the growth area was huge. Like you're
So
talking
this,
about, like
so this part goes
this
deeper
one goes
into the earth.
yeah,
Yeah.
than the first level did.
So it literally just didn't reach.
Yeah, it's
Maybe-
good.
wait, maybe a
Which
level
makes you, with that knowledge, makes you think either the bottom level is the same or maybe bigger than this
Yeah.
level.
Probably bigger.
That's what I was thinking.
How big's the actual hole? Like, is it just a human-sized hole?
It's about a human-sized hole.
Yeah, looks like Wile E. Coyote.
Is there a way that we could plug the hole up without making a whole lot of noise? What you think? Or that I should say what we think.
You're looking around and so for the sterile environment, most of these things are like stainless steel kind of metals down here. So if you guys work as a team, you might be able to move them in front of the hole if you're careful, but it's going to require a lot of delicate moving.
And these things were clearly strong enough to bust through this wall. I don't know that it would stop them.
Well, I'm thinking just slowing it down.
Maybe.
But what I was thinking was shoving something into like the dirt on the other side.
I was kind of wondering, like, what if we took one on the table?
Yeah.
And so they try and go up or down, boom.
Uh-huh, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. And I have to break through that.
Well, maybe we could come back and do that.
Yeah.
I
Let's
don't
go.
want to make too much noise. And
Let's go.
so,
Okay.
okay, B1.
You go, you grab his shovel, go back to B1. So he's picked out a shovel. I don't know if somebody grabs a trained dart.
I think that's his since we each have
Okay.
guns.
Yeah, I gave him the train gun.
yeah, I have that.
Okay. You guys go back up. You see you guys, they kind of like panic when they see you guys come. Eventually they calm down as soon as they see you because they're like on high alert ready for it. At this point you actually see like some of them start taking shifts because they're tired because you guys have partied
Yeah.
and we're going to get ready for bed, and then it's, at this point you think it's probably like 3, 4, maybe even 5 in the morning now.
We're all tired.
You're all exhausted. Seeing some horrible stuff. You don't even know what's going on above you. But you go back in, you listen to tapes, and the tapes of Dr. Flanagan is kind of like a similar thing, except for the last one where he seems disheveled and goes, I don't know if we can keep doing this anymore. I know we're technically at war with these people, but we're doing awful things to them. They are changing every time we inject them with something. A little bit different, a little more animalistic, almost monstrous. And now I'm thinking that we're the monsters doing this to them. Man, I plan on putting my resignation in next week.
Who were we at war with in the 60s? The Ruskies?
Vietnam.
The Vietnam?
Pretty sure. Because Korea was 59.
Yeah, you'd be right.
To be so, yeah, be Vietnam or Cold War with the Russians, depending on how you view at it.
The Russians are in play.
I'd do it.
Okay.
Well, guess we know where we gotta go next.
Did he mention anything about 4400 at all in the tapes?
You know what? Yes. When you guys think he's done, you're about to shut it off, and then it does a hard cut. And he goes, he puts in the vial that you recognize. He goes, 4400. I've been growing the strain myself. My plan is, if they don't approve of my retirement and dismantling of this foundation, I'm going to take it myself and destroy everything myself, whether it costs me my life. I do not know how effective it will be. I may lose my mind.
Oh shit. A super serum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he killed himself, so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If he took it, just.
Maybe he killed himself, or maybe someone hung him up. I mean, it looked like that. And call Bones in. I say we head to B3. We got the clearance now.
Do we want to take a breather and kind of rest up a minute?
Do we think it's safe to?
I don't know. We're going on 0 hours of sleep in the last 24.
That's true.
So. Alright. Let's get moving.
Yep.
You power through.
Yeah.
Boop. Sliding, almost like a finality. It almost feels like as you start going down to the last level. That's that last level.
Boss music starts playing.
The door opens up and you see a fog wall in front of you now. But the door like slides open, and immediately you see a little, like a room with a map and a high security door. As you see on the map labeled, the very beginning, entrance, security clearance, armory, that's separated a little bit. You see subject holding area, then followed by subject testing area. And on the other side of the testing area is subject extermination area.
Still no communications area.
Still no communications area.
Which means communications had to been up in the fucking lodge.
Cabin. Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, and then you do see a thing for another office. It says,
Not the communications office.
not the communications office. It is a head of security.
Who might have some type of communications in there. Head of security would need some way to.
And it just says head of security. It doesn't have a name attached to it at all.
And that's right by us?
Hmm?
That's real close to us?
It's like on the other side of the armory. So it's not too
So
far.
it's through the armory to get.
It's through the armory to get to it. Yeah.
All right.
How close is the armory?
The armory, you'd have to walk through the subject containment area to get to the armory. It's like, so what it is, you think you have your high security clearance, and then you think by looking at the map that as soon as you can get through that, you have a way to the armory and then your subject containment area that you have to get through.
So basically, kind of the same principle. It's cells left and right while you're walking through it, basically.
Yeah.
Definitely want to hit up that armory.
See if there's anything left at all.
Mm-hmm.
You never freaking know. And
Better to have than not, if there is anything.
the problem is, I know some guns. Shotgun's easy to use. Revolver's easy to use. There's something in it that's a lot more. I don't know if I can shoot it or use it.
And figure it out.
Yeah. Without testing, that's gonna be a problem. Okay. So let's go ahead and get
Body armor.
maybe. Let's walk up to the window where the clearance security clearance office is.
Okay. First off, you have to get through the security window. It's like opaque glass. You do security level in like a little card reader. You see, it does work for 3. You open it up and it slides open. I am going to look up something real quick because I was thinking, oh, yeah, I was supposed to research this before we got. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, yes, so you open it up, and you walk in, you see like cage rooms. So one hallway you see what looks like to be prison cells on the left and right from a distance. You do see another door that says armory. You see security level 3.5 for the armory on the wall. Unfortunately, what you also do see around the prison area is blood everywhere. Old, dried, rust-colored blood just sprayed everywhere, with tons of old footprints and claw marks in it.
It looks really dried though, right?
Looks really dried and really old.
So we got.
You actually do see tons of skeletons around here.
This is definitely where they broke out.
Yeah, but the skeletons are not in one singular piece.
Right. Looking around at the gruesome scene in front of me, do I see weapons? Do I see security blocks? Do I see? I'm assuming I see torn clothing and body armor.
You see torn body armor that's been shredded through. You see weapons. A lot of them look like they've been damaged in the fight.
Okay.
If you start really going through, you do find a 3.5 security block.
Okay. The one thing I was really worried about was these are superhuman soldiers. I didn't know if they grabbed the guns. That's what I was worried about. I know you're saying they have claws and stuff, but are they smart enough to have?
I also don't know which serum they have on them yet. We assume it's 4382, but
Going through the security door, was there like an actual checkpoint in the office and stuff like that? Or was it just an open door that leads into the cells area?
Going through the armory?
No. Through the first set of security doors. You had to use the 3.0 block to open it up. Was
Yeah.
there an actual office?
Is there a man trapper?
Yeah.
There was a man trap, yes. So you're able to get, but you have the security clearances to get through to it now.
Okay.
So.
Alright. So, alright guys, we have a 3.5 block. Let's go head up the armory real quick. Let's see what we can find.
Okay.
Quietly.
All right. You hit up the armory, and the door still kind of slides open. It puts you guys on the edge every time it happens. And it's. I would say this now, since you've opened up this area here past the security doors. As soon as you got in the prison containment area, ice cold, incredibly cold. Like you can see your breath as you're down here.
Interesting.
But you walk through into the armory. It looks like a lot of it's been cleared out because they're probably using it and whatever was going on. As you start looking through, you do find a M16.
Okay.
With ammo?
With ammo. You find 2 full clips of ammunition for the M16. You find 6 bits of body armor that seems to be undamaged, old but undamaged. They are larger than you guys. They seem to have been designed for people who are probably significantly more built than everyone here.
But we have all of our ski stuff on still. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, you have our skill, so it does end up fitting.
Yeah,
you
so
kind
I'm
of wiggle
gonna
through.
strap on body armor.
Yeah, you have body armor.
Unless anyone else is taking it in 3, 2, 1, I guess I'll take the M16.
I say he doesn't have an actual gun,
No.
but you look around. You
My
do.
fight is probably the best.
Okay.
Go ahead, take it
Yeah,
then.
I'll take it.
Okay. Okay. You take the M16. Great.
Oh, I have. Okay, let me rephrase it. My fight is a D20.
Oh, I thought your fight was something else.
No, my fight's
Oh.
a D20.
Well, you want to trade?
Yeah, I think what's better. Because if I have to reload the shotgun faster, my fight would probably give me a better chance of reloading the M16 faster.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
How many?
there was 28 shotgun shells total. So, how many? So I now have the M16.
Yeah.
2 clips total.
2 clips.
Should be probably a 30 round capacity. But they may have shorter clips.
Are they banana clips?
I'm trying to think. I think. Yeah, the fire is 7.62 millimeter rounds. Let's look up what the M16 clip size is.
If you were,
30 round.
if
So you have 60
were mad,
rounds.
you'd know.
And then you also see a metal container with that has a gigantic lock on it. You see a flamethrower in it, like has a little tipper glass thing.
Like, is it the old style 60s where they have the fucking tank on the back?
Yeah, it has the tank on it. Yeah, it's a big metal thing. Yeah.
I think that's kind of how all flamethrowers are now.
Most compact flamethrowers anymore have tanks on the gun itself.
I guess it's true.
World War II and
Yeah.
Vietnam, it's the tank on the back, and if it gets shot, you end up with it.
They don't have guns, we're fine.
So, does somebody want the flamethrower?
It's locked.
Okay, maybe in the security office.
I was gonna say, since you have the highest range check, you do see that one of the lockers look like it has been opened with a clawed hand.
All right, I guess I'll look in it.
Yeah, there's nothing in it.
Are all the lockers completely locked?
Most of them were already open. Looked like they were open in a hurry.
They have names on them?
They did have names on it.
What about the one that was opened with a claw?
Did not have a name on it.
Ooh.
And the flamethrower, apparently I thought it was just behind a piece of glass.
No, it's in a metal, like it's a metal, the best way I can say it, looks like it's in a, like a metal box that has a window of like bulletproof glass that it's hidden, that it's locked in there.
How is it locked in there?
There is a actual like lock with a key, that's supposed to have a key to it.
Like a padlock?
Padlock, that's the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Do we want the flamethrower? I will shoot the lock off at this
No.
point.
Not yet. There's still the security office, the head security office guy.
That's true.
Maybe he's got a key or something that we can get. I'll lock it, open it gently.
But we're all taking the body armor.
Yes. We're all strapping on some body armor to give us a little bit more protection.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about the armor. Head of security. It's a intimidating door that is solid metal. It is unlocked. Looks like it's been clawed open as well. Open it up, and you see the remnants of another gruesome sighting here. You see pieces of a body strewn everywhere, except for the skull that has been placed gently on the desk.
Almost like a sign or a symbol.
Almost like whoever killed him had a fucking grudge.
Is there any clothes anywhere?
Yeah, there's pieces here and there.
I mean, like, search for his pockets.
You search his pockets, you find, let's see, he was strapped. So you find 8 shots of shotgun ammunition. You find 9 revolver ammunition.
God damn.
And you find another clip of M16.
So I'm gonna have to look for two things.
Keys.
Keys?
That's what I'm looking for.
You do find keys that look like they're just simple. There's a lot of keys on him. Like you find a ring full of keys.
Okay, well, I mean, like, we got a minute. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the keys and go see if I can just...
Yeah, you go, no, no,
I'm gonna search the office.
no. It does take a while, but you do open up the flamethrower. Okay.
So I'm looking for two things. I want to look through the desk, but before that, is there anything in the skull?
Anything in the skull?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you. Yeah. You open it
I
up.
didn't know any other way to ask that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You open it up, and you make a brains check to feel real quick.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. 4.
Or there's some unidentifiable substance in the mouth of the skull. You can't quite determine what it is.
So that's a failure.
That is failure. Yes, you get a you get a token.
Guys, there's something in the skull, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna check the desk now.
Okay, I guess you want to go look with me?
I mean, your brains are higher than
Yeah.
mine.
That would be a 19.
19.
I was gonna say, please tell me you roll a 3.
You look at it, and you, just in your experience in studying stuff, this is dried fecal matter.
Oh!
That is in this skull's mouth.
I'm going to tell him it's a secret serum. He should try to eat it.
Okay.
I already don't trust you, but is he lying?
Yeah, this is competitive charm rolls. So go ahead and roll charm, everybody.
This is mine.
Did you roll 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is yours a D4?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so you can't roll any higher than I did.
Yeah, no, you look at him, and you don't know him that well. He's not hard to read. He's like, no, you don't believe that at all.
3, I can make it explode.
Oh god.
While he's searching the desk and he's messing around with poop, I'm gonna be looking at the walls and stuff like that, looking for any extra papers or reports or anything like that he would have been.
Okay, yeah. So this one you find in his office. You find a video reel with some videotapes instead of audio tapes. They're not currently powered, but you might be able to drag them upstairs if you need to.
Anything in the desk?
Anything in the desk? You find blank papers, and that's it.
Did you find a safe on the walls or anything?
Well, it's fine.
There's not a safe in the wall, but you guys do look and see an old. You think of safes. You see an old decaying carpet. You roll it back, and there's a safe in the floor.
Okay.
Is it already?
Is it
unlocked?
key?
You think, and he starts going through the keys again, like, and it does open it up eventually. You open it up, and this time you see 2 frag grenades.
Jesus.
Yes.
And
Not me. Not taking them.
I will take them because I have the highest fight skill.
And then you do find a journal, and the journal is full of, best way of saying this, idealistic patriotism that doesn't question anything that's going on.
Got you.
Along with a
That would never happen.
a platitude to be very glad to serve one's country to the best of one's ability, and that all orders are to be followed to the letter.
I am 100% picturing right now Super Earth and orders from Super Earth. Super Earth's the best.
So he was the lackey for General Killian, and his word was the law.
Yeah, you think he actually might have reported to somebody even higher.
Say he had higher security clearance than the general
Yes,
did.
had security clearance in the general.
That's why he's
you
down
don't see
here.
you don't see any name associated with anything of his at all.
Oh, okay.
And everything he signed just says HOS, Head of Security.
Nice. Okay, I would like to try and lug this thing upstairs and see what's on it.
The video player.
Yeah.
Is there a cart in this lab with wheels on
It'd
it?
be squeaky as hell, though. You really want to call that much attention to us?
And no, there is actually not a cart in here. You do see several carts upstairs, but that doesn't really do you any
Is
good.
there not
at
a
all.
gurney to remove the dead bodies?
You haven't gone far enough to see a whole bunch of stuff.
I didn't know if they'd just be laying around somewhere.
Because, well, you see, because as far as you've gone, you guys in the Army have security offense. You've only gone to subject containment. You still have subject experimentation and then subject disposal.
Yeah.
You still have, two other rooms you could still explore.
Do you want to go back and watch the video before we go in there?
Probably wouldn't hurt the cause, but we could always just come back for it and take it up as long as we don't die. We already have a pretty good idea of what we're up against. If anything, all this video might tell us is who the head of security might actually be. Who they report to. Maybe. We don't know.
It's up to you guys.
You guys lug it. You guys explore more.
If you want to watch it,
Do we just want to close our eyes and vote, and Chad's going to tell us which one we went with?
we could.
All right,
You
there's
guys
three of
wanna do
us.
that?
There's three of us.
Okay.
All right.
All right, for those who are lugging it up, for those who want to explore further, okay, what's the other option that we're doing? For those who want to get the fuck out of here, okay, you guys are allowed to. It's a three-way fucking tie. Go figure.
How the fuck did we manage that?
Yeah, but
We started with two options.
I did not have my eyes open, but you exhaled when he said that, and I was like, okay, I know who voted for that.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard the get the fuck out of here. I heard the arm go up. That's how much energy was behind it. So get the fuck out of here means get the fuck out of this floor.
Just get the fuck out. Like, just get out. We now have armory. We have
We're
armor.
fucking teenagers. We're not commandos.
We have a better chance than what we did 30 minutes or 2 hours ago.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is we have a better chance of going up and getting out. That's like exactly what you said. Why are we chasing this thing?
My thought is to get to some place that can get out some sort of communication and bring somebody here.
Yeah.
It's been my whole entire goal going down here is looking for a communication center. And if it's in the fucking basement of the armor of
I'm a
that
little
place,
surprised that the head of security didn't have some type of outside communication link in his office, but
that's
unfortunate.
my whole entire shtick was to get somebody else up here so that we can get the fuck out of here.
I said we do that.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, what are we doing?
I guess we're getting the fuck out of here.
Okay. All right, you guys decide to leave this stuff here. no longer wish to explore the area. You guys go back to the elevator.
We're taking the flamethrower with us.
Taking the flamethrower
Oh,
with
you
you.
already got the flamethrower.
You got the flamethrower already. I'm assuming somebody picks up the 2 frag grenades.
I did.
I'll grab the 3 body armor, the extra 3 body armor
Okay.
too for the folks
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
So, and then you guys go back up to B1. Come back, you let them know. You see them like still kind of hang out in the office. You see some of them eating some of those ready to eat meals like,
Do you guys want to stay? To be honest with you, if we're just trying to find a communication device, do we want to just the 3 of us go up there and try to find this thing and leave these other 3 here?
Yeah.
Maybe there's actual survivors.
Probably, yeah.
And we just pad them up with the extra body armor
okay, they pad up with the extra body armor.
in case.
And then you head
We'll
upstairs.
leave the trank gun.
Yeah,
I was thinking we leave them with a trank gun because we now have 5 weapons total,
Yeah.
because they shouldn't be able to, like,
not counting knives.
even if they shoot each other with it,
They won't kill each other with the train gun.
hopefully.
So you give them the train gun and you go upstairs.
It does make them pass out peacefully while the monsters tear them apart.
Yeah, you take the slow grind all the way back up. Open up. And you see the basement again. Lights are going. You look at the generator. You have about a quarter tank of fuel left in the generator.
There's no fuel around.
There are fuel. There's an extra kind of full fuel in there. It will probably make some noise filling it up. Is that a risk that you guys want to take at the moment?
We have to use the auxiliary generator to turn on the main
Mm-hmm.
generator, right? It has to be powered on before. The other one.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't make it in time, and we spent what, maybe 3 hours down there.
Mm-hmm.
We probably ought to do some fuel.
Probably should.
Is there a? I'm not smart. Probably not smart enough for this. 10's like my average street smarts, right?
Yeah.
He's as smart as I am. I would say my character is.
Probably, yeah.
Is there a way that we could put a siphon tube in this thing, a fucking siphon, without having like?
To pour?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably do that. Yeah.
Let's do
You
that.
start looking around. It
Because
takes
once
a
you
while.
get water flowing one way,
Mhm.
it should fill up, and it should keep going at
Yeah,
least.
you come across what looks like it'd be like an old garden hose that you kind of stick in, and it's the whole that stuff, and you have to throw it in there. You guys are doing this quietly as you can. You don't hear any more creatures down here at the moment, probably because you disappeared and there's no reason for them to come down here.
Did the elevator door, looking back at it now, does it look like it's torn to shreds?
It does look like things scratched the living hell out of it. And even the scariest things is towards one of them, on the buttons, it looks like something had tried to press a button. You see like a hole through one of them.
Good job with the doorstop.
Well, yeah, I didn't want them to come down the elevator.
Maybe that means that that one is going. Shit. Should we jam the top area then?
Open?
Yeah, in case he decided to go down.
So that way he can't get to B1.
Yeah,
The
but he would
elevator.
just,
That's what I'm saying. So that way he can't get to B1.
yeah, but if we jam the elevator open up here, he's gonna move the shovel and get in.
If he decided to crawl back down the hole,
Yeah.
that's what I'm worried about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's do that. We'll open up the elevator door and jam it shut up here.
Okay. Okay.
That way, the only way he can get through it is if he comes back up the damn hole. If he's trying to get down there to find us. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Alright.
So what is our goal now?
The goal is going to turn on the secondary generator,
Which is outside.
which is outside, which is not a good thing to do.
Okay.
And then to get some sort of field communications out. That's like our next big shtick.
Okay. So you slowly make your way back up the stairs.
Real quick,
Mhm.
before I'm thinking about this, we already saw the map for the basement area.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a communications array there at
No.
that time?
No.
Okay. And that was the only secret door we could, like, the only weird door that we saw.
Yes, that was the only weird door that you saw.
Okay. So I guess our basic communication lines is fucking landlines then.
And they were cut.
I'd say the principal has a satellite phone. You just have to find the principal.
Because if I recall, landlines were cut because we tried that at the front desk.
I thought we couldn't get access to it because the power was out.
That wouldn't stop a landline.
I guess he wasn't the principal, but Dr. Randolph has a
Yeah,
set.
landlines are powered from the substation over pots.
Okay.
Now my character wouldn't know that, but
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
it actually, you probably would because it was fairly common knowledge by then that landlines survive power outage.
Yeah, because I remember having to make phone calls without any power back when we
Yeah.
had a landline. Like, it couldn't be like one of the boop 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 lines, but if it's one that just plugged right into the wall, you could make phone calls.
Yep.
Okay, so first off, we need to go get the generator running. I think that's what we need to do first. Or we can try to find
But
the
now,
satellite.
what's the advantage of the auxiliary generator?
This one you have to get going to get the other one going, because it will draw so much power.
Okay. So we got the one downstairs going. So why do we need the other one?
That's the auxiliary, sorry. The one downstairs is... The other one will power the rest of the facility.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, it won't do the... Because that's like the emergency auxiliary generator. The one outside will power everything else.
Got you. Okay.
What's your ability?
I can spend one token to ask about surroundings, NPC or the like, and GM must answer honestly. Or I can spend 2 to be unseen within reason. So
You gotta spend one and say.
I can't cronk it.
You gotta spend one and ask him why the fuck the adults haven't been trying to do anything.
I'm pretty sure they probably have been, but they're probably gone.
Okay.
I mean, I think we did aside because I think when we first did this, we were like, that's kind of a broken ability, and we did say it does kind of have to be somewhat within reason. Like I can't just say, hey, where's the doctor we're looking for? You have to answer honestly.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be kind of stupid.
Yeah. So, because I think it says within GM description in the book or something.
Probably in the book. It doesn't on the paper, but I'm sure it does in the book.
Mine says it on my
Yeah.
other ability.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
That's the main thing. Are we trying to get the phone? Trying to make a phone call? Or are we going to turn on the lights and maybe scare the monsters away with the lights?
I'd like to turn the lights on. Because it was not fun trying to get down here. to begin
If
with.
we happen to see the telephone on the way, that's a whole other story.
Okay.
Because there's no sense in going all the way out and then coming all the way back.
Okay.
Okay.
Then let's go.
Okay, you guys have your snow stuff on already.
Mhm.
You have your gear on. Do you want to put your skis or snowboards on, or are you guys going to walk out there? So it's kind of a flat area, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, pretty just walk
Okay.
out there.
But you walk upstairs and you're like doing the stealth thing. It's a bloodbath up there. There's blood everywhere. And then in fact, the half the body that was hanging on the antlers of a thing has been ripped down and torn to pieces.
Clearly pissed.
And you guys wait a little bit, and you see 3 of the creatures kind of wander from somewhere. You think the kitchen area or something like that. They wander, and one of them is bigger than the other 2, significantly. And they're kind of sniffing around, looking through. There's just blood everywhere, so you think you guys might be safe because there's just so much smell around here. And the other 2 start they find an arm and they start fighting over it, and the other one just smacks both of them and just kind of clicks at them, and they whine and start going off upstairs. And you hear huffs, sniffs the air, and then it also too then follows them upstairs.
Now I have a conundrum. I want to use the generator, but I feel like we could maybe save somebody.
Do I get the feeling that the bigger creature in particular is the one that may be the one that was trying to get down the elevator by physically using it?
From observing its behavior, yes, you think so. I think this one seems to be more intelligent than the rest of them.
Okay, how brave am I? That's the good question.
That'd be a grit check. how able you are to shrug off like stuff.
Explode.
Explode. Explode
Explode?
again.
Explode.
I think you're brave, buddy.
That's 16.
19.
19.
I'm willing to risk my own life at this point to fucking save anybody that I can.
Fred,
I'll go with
this
you.
is the bravest you've ever felt. There's something about this situation that makes you feel alive and that you need to do something.
Fred had himself a Scooby snack.
Fred had himself an M16 body armor. He feels a little bit better right now.
And frag grenade. Don't forget
Definitely.
frag-
Hey, by the way, if you want to save people, maybe don't throw those.
Okay. So you feel that. Do you follow after them? Do you intend to take these creatures on?
I'm thinking I want to be Rambo and set traps for him.
Okay.
Or do we know how to set traps, Rambo? maybe we should just go shoot them. I am going to.
But we have watched Rainbow.
Yeah, I guess by the time I was 18, yes, I had also watched Rambo. I am going to, because I never did this originally, I'm going to carefully, quietly pop open the revolver and take out the spent shell and put a fresh one in.
I would assume you would have done that a long time ago. But sure, yes, you've
I
done
probably should have, but I never verbally
Yeah,
said it,
gotcha.
so it's like, I'm
You
just
got
going
it.
to say that
you
I'm
did it.
doing
You
it.
remember, like, oh God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But you've been so frazzled by your experience here that you didn't even do that. So now you have a full round.
And you've got 2 fresh clips in the shotgun. I loaded them up and haven't used them since that one shot earlier.
Okay. 2 shots,
Yeah.
not a clip.
Yeah.
I mean,
if we had a shotgun with a clip on it, I think we'd be set.
Is it an A12? Yep. Blah, 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 blah.
That's like the fully automatic shotgun in
Yeah.
Call of Duty. That's my favorite gun.
Yeah. What's this one? I call it the Hellfire because I have phosphorus rounds.
Did-
Blam, blam, blam.
Didn't Army of Two? Didn't we have a drum shotgun?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that thing was fun.
Yeah, there's one in there's one in Call of Duty.
Loved it.
okay.
Okay.
So I just look at you two and I'm like, that thing's right there.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Wait. Put your hand in like this. Because with that 19 grit, I feel like
Yeah.
it's empowering us.
Yeah. Like you feel the morale of the
Yeah.
group step up. Like you guys have weapons. You have killed one before. You have seen him kill one. It was a headshot. But you did it.
Turns it sideways. Kill shot!
And you look up and you're like, this needs to end now. So you guys run up the stairs.
No.
No.
We sneak up the stairs.
You sneak up the stairs. You
We're
sneak
not
But we
gung
do want to
We are.
we do want to save them though, so we kind of got to distract them away
We'll
from
go
the
a little
people.
quicker than a sneak, but we want to get to a point where we're going to ambush them, not them ambush us.
Okay. You start sneaking. Fast sneaking is probably the best way. You go up there and you can see more blood. You do actually up here do find Dr. Randolph's body. Sitting there. Throat slashed.
I'd like to check in for a shell phone.
You start patting him and you do find a bulky cell phone on him.
Put that in the backpack. We don't need it yet.
Yeah.
No, but with that 19 grit, we don't need it yet.
No, I still think we should probably at least, turn on the phone and make a phone call and at least get somebody started out here.
Well, actually, I have a revolver and the least amount of fight. So yeah, if you guys want to take point,
Okay.
I'll make a call.
How can we do this?
But you
Like,
pull the trigger.
No. We don't just call up a military base and say, hey, we found your secret underground
Can you
lair.
call 911?
But then they send out a fucking deputy, and the deputy gets screwed. Every horror movie does this.
I mean, what's the number for the military? We don't have Google available right now. We're kind of, in the middle of nowhere. 911, yes, I'd like to get a hold of the military, please.
Stan, go ahead and make a brains check for me real quick.
Well, the anti-commie might actually know the direct line to the military.
Well,
12? You're sitting there looking, goes, you know who to call. And you, what? No, it goes,
Dial a number and I'll talk.
yeah, you start dialing a number. It goes through and you answer it.
Yep.
And goes, Timmy's Freedom Fighters, how can I help you?
So we're at, where the fuck we are? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a Colorado.
We're at
So-and-so
Yeah.
State Lodge at Colorado.
and these this military experiment things have broken loose and are killing everyone, and we need help.
God damn it. Those freaking military, we'll send backup for you guys. Wait, in about an hour we'll have them.
In an hour?
In an
Okay. If you can go faster, that'd be great too.
Alright.
Send everything you got.
Alright. In an hour you'll have help. But there still might be people you could save at this point.
We're doing what we can.
We're up here. Let's do it.
You're up on the stairs.
This story ends tonight.
Yep.
It's dark. There's some at least emergency lights on so you can see a little bit.
Has the storm died down?
But so we
You look outside, the storm has died down.
got the generator where it's siphoning gas, right?
Yeah.
So we should at least, well, we probably bought ourselves an extra hour on top of the hour we had left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we used 3/4 and 3 hours, so yeah. So we probably have 2 hours left. That's good. We'll at least still have some lights when they show up.
Okay.
Alright. I'll take point.
Okay.
You do probably know as soon as a single shot is fired, it's going to go to hell on back.
I know.
Okay. You go room to room looking to see any doors that are open, and a lot of them have been look like they've been broken into. Going to room, you seem to be following a trail of destruction until you finally do hear some screaming coming from further down the hallway.
Do we bait it out, or do we go in?
No, we go. We just quicken our pace a little bit.
Quicken your pace. You start almost like a kind of a jog, almost like you got your weapons at the ready. You bust into what seems to be some kind of like secondary like resting area. You see some people who had they're trying to make a last stand where they're like hitting these things with chairs, and you see like the big one off in the distance that seems to be like clicking and pointing at things as you see like 10 of these creatures in this room as they're kind of surging toward about what you see about maybe 12 survivors. Do we open fire?
I aim for the big one.
You aim for the big one.
I'm going to get down on one knee and I'm going to aim using the lessons from my father and take a pot shot at his fucking skull.
So go ahead and we're going to make competitive fight checks here. What did we roll? 7.
I've got 3 adversity tokens.
It's up to you.
I'll go up to a 10.
Okay. You bring up and pull your trigger. You beat him by 1 point. It's not enough to kill him outright, though. As you pull, and he moves and get him right in the shoulder, and he looks at you. And he does like a roar that bellows, and all the other creatures stop as the bang rolls out, and the ears are ringing again, as there's a silence, and all these creatures look at you and start rushing after you after a moment's pause. Are you firing your Your revolver.
I'm gonna shoot at the same guy, I guess. I mean, the big one. It's where he shot at.
All right, go ahead and fire again.
How far a distance between the survivors and the
Explode!
monsters?
Monsters are, they're pretty close. As they start running away, you have about a 15-foot gap between the two of them.
12.
12. Looks at you, and as you fire your revolver, you fire it, and he grabs one of his fellows and throws it in front of him. As you blast that one's skull off with a shot, like you get it right in the eye.
At least you killed one.
Right? At least I got one.
You got one. Blam, but he's still around. He's still alive. This one seems to have strength. Okay.
I'm just gonna flamethrower and like sweep.
You start sweeping. All right. Go ahead and make a fight check.
And
10. Okay. So you hold off the group for a little bit because these creatures don't seem to like fire, and it's a bright light that bursts through. You do manage to catch 2 of them on fire as they kind of got too close. You're like, and they're like start like this weird like animalistic screech of like as they start like catch on fire. You see like one of them like that is on fire like leaps through a window and like kind of goes slack as it like falls in the snow, like jumps out the window, falls in the snow and moving to and stays out moving out there. So you're holding them back with a flamethrower right now. You're not quite sure how much fuel's in this if you can keep this going for long, but we'll see how it goes. All right. You have them at an impasse right now, but the big one sees the fire and it's going to grab a chair and throw the chair at you since you're the one that's doing that. Competitive fight throw, sir.
Can I shoot the chair?
Ooh, you want to try to shoot the chair
I was
out?
gonna jump in front of the chair.
Oh, you're going to. So I'll save that. We'll try this first.
You don't want to jump in front of the
you
chair.
don't want to jump in front of the chair.
Yeah, 'cause he's flamethrowing right
Well,
now.
if he's flamethrowing like here, I was gonna like jump over
And then get hit with the chair and fall right in front of the flamethrower. Yeah. So we'll hold off on that. See if you can shoot the chair.
7.
7.
I'm rolling 7s.
Take an adversity token, sir. As that chair comes flying. And then, okay, so you could either fly by dodging out of the way, or you could brawn by trying to smash it out of the way, or you can grit and bear it.
Question for the master.
Yes.
Can I? And I can't use my fight.
You're already using that for the
If
flamethrower.
you're using that for the flamethrower.
I will do flight.
Okay.
Is the M16 burst?
Yes.
So 3 rounds are shot every time I pull the
3
trigger.
rounds of sharp every time you pull
This
it.
is the reason why I'm asking,
Yeah.
because if I'm single firing it, I'm just gonna be a little while for it to reload.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well, that is hard to read. I thought that was an 8. That is a 3.
3.
Is there anything my flight can do to help
Okay,
it?
go and take an adversity token. Anything your flight can do. Roll and we'll see.
You better hope. You better hope, Stanley. 12.
12. You don't jump in front of the way, but you shove him out of the way.
Yes.
You don't take any damage from the chair. You are wounded now. You have -1 to all rolls.
Okay.
As you get hit with the chair, as you like kind of dive in and push him out of the way and get hit by it. Okay. You guys have a moment. He's still holding the fire off. I'm going to roll D8. If it's a 1, you run out of fuel. If it's anything else, you'll still have fuel.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
8. You're still good. Now,
Your fuel is doubled
yeah,
now.
no. Next time we go to your turn, it'll be a D6 after we get through it, though. So we have a chance of just lowering.
Turn that 8 on its side. That's how much fuel you have.
Okay. Okay. You guys have another round to act as you see Stan just flaming through. It is harder to... It's kind of like you kind of have to shoot through the fire as these creatures are like kind of backed off and not going into it.
Have I noticed if the people have started running away yet?
Yes, they've started bolting. They're like
Okay.
going through a door.
Alright, how many people think you've gotten through?
Real D4. One person has gone through the door.
And there's 12 there?
There's 12 there.
Alright. I'll take my next set of pot shots at the big man.
The big man, okay.
He's my target. If he's holding them off with the flamethrower, I gotta take every chance I got.
Fuck.
Number
7?
Number 3. Okay, take your adversity token. He notices that you're firing at him. He starts running on all fours, and he just grabs a chair, throws it in front of him, it breaks a window, and he dives out the window outside.
Okay.
Okay. You still have these ones in front of you. You're gonna take a shot at anybody in them?
Yeah, I mean, I might as well shoot at one of them, whichever one's probably closest
Okay,
to
yeah,
us. So.
you pull out your gun.
Explode
Yeah.
for 11.
11. Yeah, you
I
are
rolled
able.
last time.
Yeah, you're able to. Yes, you're able to go blam, 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 blam. You're able to take out 2 of them.
So I shot 4 times?
Yeah, you shot 4 times, so I think you currently have 1 more round.
Yeah.
I think. No, I would say Farnsby. Stan, do you start like getting closer as you see
Yeah.
people start? You start getting closer. Go ahead and make a fight check for me, sir. 5. Since it's kind of easy to telegraph and they're afraid of the fire, they're backing up, but you're not able to get anyone on fire. You can go ahead and take an adversity token if you want.
I really like this game.
Okay, and then let's see. 3 more people escape. Start running. So that's a total of 4. Run for it. Okay.
You need to do the tank check.
Yep. Tank check.
Tank check, yes.
D6.
D6.
Hey, I'm
I know, I was like,
5, you're good.
you forgot.
Okay, now it's just going to be D4 every time.
okay.
So eventually he's just gonna flip a coin. Call in the air, bitch!
Yeah. Okay. You're fighting. You see still several more. You don't know where you just know the big guy went down outside. You're still blasting. Go ahead and make a.
How many more left?
I said a dozen originally. We have killed 5 of them, so 7 are left.
Okay. Just start taking some pot shots.
Are rounds of combat same length as D&D, or are this kind of like longer because this is a slower paced kind of game?
I think as long as it's a slower paced game, because like this is supposed to be rap. Like this is real life. Like you're going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah. So
Okay.
10.
10.
Well, first token 10.
Okay, 10. Yes, you boom, 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 boom. You take out a couple more.
How many shots? 2 more shots?
It was 2 more shots, so you're down 6 more bullets.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That's
No,
my
no, I said boom, boom, boom.
boom, boom. That's
Yeah, I said
6.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
There's 6 of them. All right. So, all right. You have 1 bullet left.
I'd like to use steady aim.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Do I get a sneak attack bonus on
No,
this?
you don't. But here's the thing: this point, you hear a crash behind you as you look, as you see one of them bust through a door from behind you guys. Yeah. Roll your fight.
That's not good. That's a 3.
3. Okay.
Come on, roll a 1. Roll a 1, Chad.
Okay. It dodges your bullet, and you're currently out. Take your adversity token, and it starts bolting at you. All right. It is the rest of the guy's turn. They're not smart.
Thanks, Chad.
No, they're not. They're not smart. I didn't say you're not smart. One of them climbs up like on the wall and then tries to jump.
So I say Farnsby.
Farnsby, yeah, it jumps at Stan. I'm going to do a fight check. You can do whatever check you want to try to beat its fight. If you,
Well, I won't do a brains,
okay.
but I'll do.
The DC is 11.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Go ahead, take adversity tokens. As
It
you
was
get,
one.
as it comes on, you get tackled.
Since
in
I'm
here.
still facing the same way, is there any way that I could intercept?
You can attempt to intercept. You can either try shooting it while it's in midair, or you can. I can also push Farnsby out of the way, or you can just try to roll in front of him to take the hit if you want.
I was gonna try to like use my rifle butt and just
Oh,
smack him.
smack
barrel
him
roll.
across there. Okay, yeah, go ahead and do a fight check then.
7.
4.
4.
We're rolling shit.
Yeah, we are.
So you try to fling it in. You try to butt it with the butt of the gun, and you clip its shoulder. You're not able to do any suggesting damage. It still takes Farnsby to the ground, but it doesn't damage Farnsby.
Stan.
Start
So wait, he's going from this to this
As the fire shoots up straight in the air
into the ceiling of a wood
on
cabin.
a wood cabin.
We might have just fucked ourselves, y'all.
As you see the choo-choo, whoo, as the fire starts
Well, I'm gonna
catching.
let go of the trigger.
Okay.
Don't set the place on fire.
Okay. Okay. 4 more people escape.
There's only 4 left.
Yep.
And tank check.
I let go of the trigger.
No!
Yeah. You go right before you go out. It goes ting, and you run out of
The D4.
fire as you see right next to you the like needle-like teeth as it like right next to you. All right, it's your guys' turn to do stuff.
so
The
casually
floor is
you
still
said
on fire a little bit, so they're not coming right away.
Yeah,
I'm
the
going
floor's on fire. There's a fire. Like you're in a
floor is
wood
on.
building with a flamethrower. This was probably a bad idea, but things are going.
It's okay, I'm just glad nobody thought to use it down by the generator when we were surrounded by gas.
I'm going to stick my muzzle of my gun into the creature and just
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. I'll give you advantage on this particular fight roll.
just to get it off of.
Yeah.
Shoot it through the asshole. 7.
Fucking 10.
10. Okay, you're able. Boom! You expend another three bullets. It is dead, and it collapses next to Farnsby. Farnsby, what we? God damn it! Damn it!
I'm just letting him do it.
Stan, what would you like to do?
I want to drop the flamethrower.
Yes, drop the
And
flamethrower.
just pull out the shotgun. And how many more are there in the room?
What gun do you have?
Shotgun.
I have a shotgun.
Shotgun. Okay. How many more in the room? Okay, that one just dropped. You have 4 left. No, 5 left in the room because the one came behind you.
I thought we took that one out. That's
No.
the one he just.
No, he's the one that
No,
he
someone
took the
came
one
from a
that
different
jumped
room.
at you and knocked you to the ground.
Yeah.
Which was not the one that was behind you.
Yeah, so we still have one behind us and then the ones in the room.
But the one that's next to me is dead.
The one next to you is dead. Yes.
And I'll turn around and shoot the one that is behind it.
That's behind us, the one that injured you as it like scratches your arm as you reach out. Okay.
It
That makes
injured
sense.
me again?
No, that's from earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
7.
7. Okay. It goes flying back. It's not dead. As it starts getting up and looks heavily injured.
So we just get one shot. Everybody else got 6.
Did you wish to unload both at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, then it is dead. And you'll have to reload.
Okay.
Okay. You did that
I'm pressing R. I'm mashing the R button
Reload.
to
to reload.
Yeah.
Okay, you start reload. Go ahead and make a Either grit or flight.
Oh, let's go flight. That's my best. That's cocked. 12.
12. They all fall out, and you're ready to go next round. Okay.
Yes.
You still have the fires, like, still kind of slowly spreading. 3 more people escape. There's 1 left person running.
Who is it?
It is.
Anybody we like?
It is Megan Shoemaker, one of the female nerds.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Ryan. So one of the monsters starts bolting after Megan as the fire's in the way. She's gonna make a flight check. No, Megan, her flight's the D6 explodes
The irony that the nerd has low flight.
because she's not very athletic.
All right, that's fair. All right.
Mine's a 10.
You're a paranoid person.
You're a paranoid person. You probably
Yeah.
you run just so you can.
He hangs out with the nerd people, though.
That's true.
Okay. It catches up to her and swipes her cap, but it's not enough to knock her down. She still starts hobbling away. But the one that Stan shot is going to try to charge again at you because it's already down. It's going to have disadvantage on a fight. You can either choose flight or brawn to try to shove it off. It's your choice.
Golden flight.
That's cocked.
16.
16. Natural 1. So it comes in at you. That chair that got thrown earlier, you're able to lift it up and just bash it. And you actually hit it hard enough that you kill it. So you kind of bash it and you hear the skull go crunch. So you kill it.
And I want to say, sit down.
Sit down. And it just collapses to the ground. All right. So now.
Bad pun!
Bad pun. So.
Francois did.
There are 3 more of these creatures. One of them is chasing after Megan. It's kind of already injured her once. There's 2 more that are kind of like prowling the fire. What do you guys do?
Take an aim at the one that's going after Megan.
Okay, going after Megan. Go ahead and make your fight check
Yes,
for me.
Megan's dead.
That's only if it's a natural 1. Actually, I guess you can critically fail by going more than 5 with the DC. The DC's 10, by the way, to kill one of them. So
7.
what is it? Is it a natural 1? I said it. You pull up. As you go to fire, the creature moves as it starts leaping, and the bullet sails right over its head, right into the back of Megan's head. As she falls to the ground.
I'm scarred for life.
Yeah, you are.
Oh shit.
Well, you were already scarred to begin with.
Yeah,
so
this
I
is
think
a fucked
you'll
up
probably-
situation.
This is actually probably the least scarring thing we've done.
Okay, and then are you going to pull out your blade, or are you going to use your turn to reload your weapon, sir?
I'm gonna reload.
You reload. Crack open and you use your turn to reload. This one's easy enough since you're not trying to do the tiny ones. You're able to do that. You have a fully loaded revolver ready to go. There are 2 creatures in front of you.
Yep, we're gonna try and shoot them.
Okay.
Oh, it's not good.
Let them the fuck out.
It's a 2.
A 2. You fire 2 shots and you miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Their turn again. They're starting to look around. The one that where Megan goes down seems confused and kind of stops for a second. And then decides that what's going on behind it is dangerous, so keeps trying to run through the door after the rest of the survivors. You have 1 more time to be able to stop them. The 2 in front of you are looking around to see if they are able to find any way through the fire that's kind of things are going, but it's not going. They're going to try to leap through the fire. They're going to make a grit check. That one fails. They both fail. So they kind of get close, but they're not able to tough it out to get to him. So they're just still like hissing at you on the other side of the fire. Your guys' turn the act.
I'll shoot again.
Okay, you're shooting again at one of the ones in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Which actually means 0.
Don't forget to take your adversity tokens for the times
Oh,
you
yeah.
missed it too.
Yeah, I missed that one, and then I definitely missed this one.
Okay. So, your 0 score. Click, you've done something to jam your weapon.
Yeah.
It is currently unusable unless you take the time to try to figure it out.
Thought so.
Okay. You two. You have a loaded weapon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at one of them.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and shoot.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Are you doing both barrels then, or just one this time?
Well, I was gonna do both. But
Okay, you do both. Both with the 4, not enough to kill it, but you do damage and shove one of them back. So there's one immediately in front of you, one lying on the ground, and there's the one that's running through the door.
I'll take my shots at the next one. I don't know if it's the one that's at the hallway end or.
Okay, because you have one that's trying to run through the door after the survivors. You have one that's lying on the ground that's starting to get up, that's been shot by Stan, and you have the one that's still kind of hissing at the fire right now.
I'll shoot the one trying around with the fire still.
Okay, go ahead and make a shot.
Fucking 19. Finally fucking
Okay,
get a roll.
19. Do you want to spend adversity token to make that 20 and explode?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? For an additional 10, so 30.
30. You fucked up with making. You could probably be forgiven for it, it's fine. Or no one really has to know. But you take that moment and you're able to zero and focus. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And you knock the rest of the 3 out.
Okay.
And they're out. You are currently clear. You do not know how many you have total.
That would have been the last of my ammo too.
So
So
the last of your ammo.
now, are you saying out or they're dead?
They're dead. They're dead.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2 clips left.
I'm down to 2.
I'll reload.
You reload real quick. You start. The room is starting to get on fire. You know this fire is catching. You could either try to see if you can find fire extinguishers and put it out, or you guys will have to leave the building. What are you guys going to do?
Let's see if we can put it out real quick.
I find a fire extinguisher.
Find a fire extinguisher. You're like, oh, okay. looking around. Oh, there we go. You see, because you are so intimately in knowledge with all the codes, if you have to escape, you know where fire extinguishers have to be in a building this size. So you go running, find a fire extinguisher, and you're able to effectively put out the fire that's spreading through the building.
Well, he's doing that. I want to use my first aid kit.
Okay, yeah. You start patching yourself up. You're no longer wounded.
I'm gonna go to the window where the one creature ran. I'm gonna look around, see if I can see him.
You don't see him, but you see the tracks leading around the building. Looked like he was trying to find another way back in.
Like around.
Did he try the front door?
Well, because you guys are more towards the back of the
I know.
building now. Because
How much time has passed since the phone call?
since the phone call, it's been a very eventful. I'd say 15 minutes have passed.
Okay.
I'm gonna run out the door after the survivors and see if I can gather them up.
Okay, yeah, you see a whole bunch of people left, and like they're all covered in like blood. They all have different variants of injuries. Like they see you, like, oh, thank God, you got him.
I got everyone one that I can think of.
Okay, what do we do?
I think we need to take them down to B1.
I think so. We don't have much choice.
B1.
Problem is, how are we going to fit 14 people in the elevator?
We'll have to probably pull off in the hallway at 13.
There were 12 people. Brock killed 1. That makes 11 plus 3.
It's a joke.
Well, I don't get the joke then.
They thought you were forgetting about the one they killed.
Oh, no, I didn't remember.
I mean, I think we can just get to the hallway. We can hold off the hallway for a minute.
And let them go in.
Let them go in. We hold off that one hallway, and there wasn't any windows into the room with the elevator, was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the room with the elevator, but the rooms off to the side did have windows in it.
You said we had one in there in case we needed to escape while operating.
Oh, I did.
the
Yes, I did.
generator.
Yeah. Yep. No, there's one in there. Yeah.
Yep. There's still the little windows
Is
at
it
the
just
floor level.
is it just kids left? Is there any teachers left?
There are no teachers left. Yeah, actually, the first one to die was a teacher. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I remember. Okay.
yeah. The
Let's do
teachers did not do very good in this particular situation.
No, they were trying to save students. So
Yeah. All right. So you gather up and you start making your way back to the
making my way to the basement.
basement. Yeah. You start going. Are you guys trying to go stealth, or are you just trying to go fast?
This one's gonna be as fast as we
Fast
can.
as possible. You start rounding them up. You get the survivors. You actually do find 2 more students that were hiding as you're going down there. So that is a total.
Probably need to have the shooters, one in front and one in back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are going.
I'd say put him in the back with the shotgun, and then I'll be in the front, and
Okay.
you kind of just be running pinpoint.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You do
can maybe
find
fly.
2 more creatures on your way back to the basement. They are not the big one. I want one of you comes in from behind, so go ahead and make a fight check, and one of you comes from the front. Go ahead and make a fight check.
Would you like a different set of dice?
I've rolled 2 different T20s, and they've both been rolling like crap.
7.
7.
Okay, well, if you fire both of yours, you do enough to kill yours because you have the shotgun at close range. Yours, you injure it, but it's not dead. It will make a fight check to see if it hits you. Go ahead and either flight to dodge out of the way, grit just to grin and bear it, or you can brawn and try to shove it away as it's coming towards you.
3.
3. You get injured and you're wounded.
Can I fire at it?
Yes, you can fire at it.
We're not going to do much, but... Explosion!
Oh,
11!
11, you kill it. You fire 2 more shots.
There we go.
So I would take this time to probably reload.
Yeah, so I'll have to reload at this point, so...
Okay,
I'm gonna reload.
reload. Alright, you guys get to the basement. And it's a long, arduous process now, because it's 5 minutes down to B1. You're waiting as the elevator
So
slowly
it's basically
brings-
10 minutes every time we send someone down. 5 minutes down, 5
Yeah,
minutes back.
yeah.
Well, we've already gotten to a point where we were reinforcing this hallway a little bit, this
Yeah.
opening area, so we can reinforce it just a little bit.
Okay, and you guys are making what I'm going to call your last stand right here. You see 4 more of the creatures start busting through some of the windows.
Normals?
Just normals.
Busting through the windows in our room?
Not directly in your room, but you
Okay.
hear them in the other ones.
Thank
They
God.
blast in the doors as you're in the hallway. It is heavily obscured, so you have
I already...
4 rounds before they even can get to you to attack with all the stuff. What was this?
Grenade.
Grenade. You pull the grenade and you look down the hallway. Luckily, the hallway kind of comes to T, so you guys can't take cover. You throw the grenade. All right, they have to make flight checks to get the fuck out of the way of this thing. Fail. 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 Okay, they all failed.
Grenade or Fred?
Actually, no, there is another one. I said 4,
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
said 4.
Failed. Okay.
What was your DC?
It was 15, and they have a D8 in flight. So,
Only way they could have done it was if they exploded then.
Yeah.
yeah. So you like, doo, 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 and they're like rushing in. They're like trying to climb over the stuff. You kind of just go to the back to the wall. Boom! As shrapnel just shoots out at both ends of the hallway.
That was loud.
That was loud. You guys, there's dust and smoke, and your ears are just ringing. You kind of have that double vision going. It's
Yeah.
so loud.
I'm picturing the movie effect where all you hear is...
Yeah, and like some of the people were knocked down, and you look up, and now you see the big one at the end of the hallways. You guys are
Trying to look all badass in the smoke and shit. Oh, this motherfucker.
As this one's not crawling, it's walking on two legs, like just stomping its way through.
This motherfucker.
And then you also see a tattoo on this creature, as it's a little bit darker than the black of the skin, of a sickle and a hammer.
Oh, the other grenade.
Okay.
Fucking boxer from Rocky 4, that's who it is.
Alright, I need 2 seconds to cook this thing, bitches. I'm gonna cook this grenade.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys two a turn to do something before he throws a grenade. What would you like to do? Okay. Go ahead and make your
Is he
attack.
within shotgun range?
He's a little bit further away, but you could, like,
Do some damage?
do some damage to him.
You can make him kind of cower back a minute.
Wait. Oh, thank God. Okay, that was not a 1. That was a 7 for a total of 10.
10. Nice.
10.
Wait, hold on. I take that back. 8. So I can roll again.
Explode, yeah.
Would probably be the better, yeah. For 16.
16 total.
8. No, 10.
10. 26. I just rolled a natural 20 on his first thing, so we're going to roll again.
Damn!
17. 37.
Jesus.
So, like, you guys start shooting at him. He, like, kind of dives out of the way, then grabs, like, a remnants of a table, holds it up, and starts plowing towards you guys a little further. You throw the grenade at him. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We can't see it now because he's got a table.
Yeah. 15 is the DC.
Duck down.
Another natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, Craven.
That's cocked. 33. He rolls, you roll it, and it goes past his table. You see him look down, and he kicks it back at you guys. Boom! Starts fleeing towards you guys. I need everyone to, I'm assuming everyone's going to dive for cover, so you guys may get lucky, but choose whatever check you want to do to try to mitigate damage.
Explode.
What is the next?
That's not something you're good at, but you automatically roll a 10 on.
So, if
Mine's hiding. I want to hide.
So you want to roll a 10 on hiding?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure, okay.
I'm reusing my flight, but is it possible, since I rolled well enough, to say I wanted to try and kick it while I was diving?
Okay, what do you roll?
33.
33. Ooh, that's like, okay.
I exploded on a d20.
Okay, nice. Alright. You're 10 on hiding. What were you doing?
I was going to try to smack it with, like, the good butt of my gun, like I was doing like a kickflip with the skateboard.
That's what it was. He smacked my ass, it made me explode. I mean, what?
So, actually what happens is you see Francois with his, I'm assuming, amazing soccer skills.
More like a disco dance.
Disco dance.
Like
Alright. You,
that's my thing.
what's the best way? Like, you, like, I don't know disco dancing.
It's almost like, so disco's my thing, but I would say that probably applies, my knack is probably dancing, so I'd say it's almost like a dance leap.
Dance leap.
Yeah.
You, like, leap up into the air, like, and twirl.
Yes!
And then twirl, you, like, flutter your feet, and you kick the grenade back. You dive out of the way. You were getting ready to smack as you see this move. You're like, what? As the grenade goes off, damaging nobody in this. But the creature's still standing there, getting closer to you. And then you still have some survivors who then, ding, climb the elevator, fit in, and they start going down.
How many are we fitting in at a time?
Yeah, well, it's just the three of you out now. So
Okay, so we were doing
you were doing
maximum of 6,
Yeah,
probably.
6.
Yeah.
So you three are here with just the creature.
And we have to wait now 10 minutes.
This is it, guys.
I have no grenades. We're done.
I have to reload my gun.
I still have a full.
I'm gonna throw a knife.
Throw a knife.
For a 5.
5. It bounces off of him, as it seems to have like some kind of harder skin. You still have some shots.
And shoot him.
Shoot him.
Fucking 19. Fucking
20.
To 20.
Yes! Wreck this bitch.
20 fucking 5.
25.
And there's the low roll.
Yeah, we'll just go with
Okay. Well, what were you trying to do?
Shoot him.
Okay.
9.
25. 9. Yeah, you take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, like you pepper the guy, and he kind of like covers his eyes a little bit because like the grenade did destroy the table he was carrying, so he doesn't have that. So he covers his eyes, and that's when you have a shot, and you shoot him in the chest. Boom, boom, boom. He staggers back. He's tough. He's not down yet, and he starts running towards you as he's going to leap and try to tackle you. Go ahead and make a whatever check you think that would get you out of being tackled.
I guess I'll take a flight check.
Okay.
Second highest roll to fight, so.
5. Boom! Runs into you. Blam! He's staring with your mouth. You see, like, his ichor is pouring on you, but he's, like, in your face. What do the three of you try to do at this point?
When he gets tackled, does the gun drop?
Would you drop the gun, or would you try to hold on to it?
I mean, I'm partly military, so I'm not partly military. I'm not military at all, so I probably would have been knocked out of my hands.
It knocks out of it. The gun goes flying.
He's already got one, and I need to reload mine. You still have ammo in your clip, right?
Okay, there's still like 15 shots left.
I'm gonna try and pick up the gun and
Just fire.
shoot it.
Okay.
I don't have much to go off of, but
Okay. The creature's currently distracted. I'll let you roll with it. I'll let you roll 2 and add them together.
okay. That one's cocked. If I roll 1, can I just add a token to it to explode it?
Yes.
Okay, so then the first one's an 8 then.
Okay.
And I guess we're still technically on the first roll then.
Yeah.
So 14. So second roll. Makes it 15.
15. You just met the DC to so you're as it hisses,
Welcome, Fred!
and you hear it
I would imagine.
say a word right before these events happen. It says a legacy, and it's like, "I will be free," as it's the first time you heard any of these speak actual language. And then his brain gets blown
I would
out.
imagine because my fight is so shit,
Yeah.
I unloaded whatever you had left in that gun.
So you used all 50. As you watch it just get riddled with bullets, and it collapses on top of you. Warrior, that's strong. And you guys all have to get together to kick this thing off. And that's when the help arrives.
Oh, freaking
You
course!
see big old monster trucks with American flag painted over the side of it. You see gentlemen with like aluminum foiled hats coming out. Goes, "We're here to end it," as they start blasting some of the remainder one. "Goddamn commies, blam, blam, blam," and they start singing it. As you guys get the survivors out of the basement and are escorted home. Scarred, mentally and physically. But you guys will have a story to tell forever and remember. And that's where we're going to end this tonight, guys.
Hell yes! God, I love this game!